Hey family, welcome back to my channel. My name is Elizabeth Asia, and if you're new here, I want to welcome you. The topic that God gave me to talk to you guys about today is how to tell if you are being controlled. Now, there are several signs that you should be aware of when you're in a relationship with someone. So how to tell if you're being controlled by someone? So number one, you will be afraid to disagree with them or have an opinion of your own on any given subject. So oftentimes controllers make you feel afraid to disagree with them. They instill fear in you. So you will be afraid of making them mad. You'll be afraid of going against them. You'll be afraid of losing them or losing their friendship because you know deep down that something is off in your relationship. So you will not feel freedom to disagree with them. And that is because they are controlling you. So if you're in a relationship with someone where you can't have your own opinion or you can't agree or disagree without issue, that is a sign of control in a relationship. So number two, you won't have the ability to be yourself around them. You will have to be a version of yourself that fits into the person that they have groomed you to be in their life. So let me break it down for you. A person that's very controlling usually uses people to boost their ego. So they need people around them that look up to them, that can make them feel superior. And usually that means that the person that's being controlled is being locked into an inferior position in that friendship. To me, a true friendship is one not of superiority or inferiority, but one where there's mutual respect for both parties involved. But when you're dealing with a controller, there's no mutual respect. All the respect is coming from you to them. And they need you to boost their ego, especially in organizations. And I'm going to tell you why. Because a controller usually has a lot of bad relationships. They usually start a lot of trouble and a lot of drama. So they need these little relationships that boost them, that make them look good because they don't want to be seen as troublemakers and as drama. Controllers have a very convoluted view of themselves. Like I told you, it's very much high and mighty and prideful. And they need people to keep them on that pedestal. This is number three, you guys. Controllers put strict boundaries on people, but they do not respect the boundaries of others. So a controlling person, they will be all up in your business. If you try to confide in them about something, they will be crossing the line, saying things that they shouldn't say. But when it comes to their business, they will be very, very quiet with you. They won't tell you a lot of their business. And if you try to give them advice, this is the clincher. They're not going to accept your advice. They're going to be very negative. They're going to do something to send you a message that you don't cross this line with me. You don't get to speak into my life like this. You don't get to say this about my family or my situation. You don't get to say this. And they're going to send you the message. And that's why you're going to feel that inside fear and stuff when you're dealing with a controller. Number four, when you are in a relationship with someone that's controlling, you will find yourself resenting them and being dissatisfied with the relationship because you can't be yourself. So that goes back into what I said about you can't be yourself with a controller. Now, all of that masking of who you are is going to cause discontentment. It's going to make you feel inner anger. It's going to make you feel afraid. It's going to make you feel like you are not able to be you. But when you choose to not be controlled by this person anymore, when you get brave enough to have your own opinion, or when you try to tell them about something that they did that you don't like, they're going to just throw you to the side. They're going to just kick you to the curb. Your friendship is not going to really even matter to them anymore, because it was never a real friendship in the beginning. They were just using you and controlling you so that you could make them look better. After they've kicked you to the curb, they will start to be the one to resent you. So instead of you building up resentment in a controlling relationship, when you break that control, they will resent you. And they're going to start going and saying things about you and gossiping and telling people things because they no longer have control over you. They're going to always say something negative when your name comes up around people. Say you're in an organization with them, like school or work or something. When they can no longer control you, it's always going to be a negative tint to anything dealing with you. So that brings me to the end of this video. I hope that you guys enjoy these tips. Please consider what I've said here, because we don't need to be in unhealthy relationships. God has so much better for you. He doesn't want you to be controlled by people. He wants you to have freedom. He wants you to be able to love and to have happiness and joy in your relationships. So let me know if this video helped you. Please share it with someone. Please subscribe to this channel. And until next time, you guys be blessed.